Internal data. Internal data is information that is compiled and consolidated from different branches within an organization. For instance, a factory publishes its annual report on total profit and loss, total sales, loans, wages to employees, bonus and other facilities to employees, and other internal sources that collects information about their customers. Next is Next is the external data. External data is obtained from sources outside of the organization and not within the organization. Examples would be purchasing a list from a list broker or gaining access to a proprietary database. So kapag internal po ay ito ay naikot lang sa inside the organization, and the external is outside of the organization from obtaining the sources of the organization.
Ral,
Next is the integrating data sources, structured and unstructured data. Data science and business analytic work with structured and unstructured data, but the future belongs to unstructured or semi-structured data from both internal and external sources. International Data Corporation, or IDC, estimates the value of digital data will grow 40 to 50% per year. By 2020, IDC predicts the number will reach 40%. Zettabytes, the sold information is doubling every 2 years. By 2020, the world will generate 50 times the amount of information and 75 times the number of information containers. The massive growth of unstructured or semi-structured data is amazing and has implications for data warehouse, business, intelligence, data analytics, architecture, and database design. The way we capture, store, analyze, and distribute data is transforming. New technologies like duplication, compression, and analysis tools, and lowering the cost, AMS can be a part of new technology, is extracting and analyzing the data from the different sources. Structured data gives name to each field in a database and define the relationship between the fields. Unstructured data is usually not stored in a relational database as traditionally defined, where the data model is relevant to the meaning of the data. The Internet of Things, equipping all objects in the world with identifying devices, blogs, videos, social media, emails, notes from call centers, and all forms of human and computer to computer. Communication will soon start to produce massive amounts of unstructured or semi-structured data. The trick is to create value by extracting the right information from both internal and external data sources. That is what the science of data and art of business analytics need to learn to extract from larger and larger sets of unstructured data.
Ayan. Punta naman po tayo sa Knowledge Management System Organization. So, sabi po dito, knowledge management or KM has been implemented in many organizations in Malaysia. Almost the whole world continues to migrate towards a knowledge-based economy, where KM has emerged as a methodology for capturing and managing the intellectual assets of an organization, serve as a key in sustaining competitive advantage. Thus, many organizations recognize it as an important method and have begun to support this practice to meet business needs and objectives. So, nasabi dito na yung knowledge management system knowledge management ay ginagamit siya lalong-lalo na dun sa Malaysia sa iba't ibang organizations para masustain yung competitive advantage. Nagamit nila yun as advantage sa iba pang mga organization and nasabi din nila na important ito sa isang organization para masuportahan yung kanilang mga business, yung mga pangangailangan ng kanilang business and objectives. So, KM is one of the foundation for competitive advantage. Gaya nung sabi kanina. So, one of competitive advantage siya. Despite these enthusiastic ideas, the concept and practices of KM started gradually and began to take off only in the late 1990s. KM evolved in Malaysia when a few multinational companies, namely Microsoft and Hewlett-Packard, introduced their existing KM processes and applications. The new national interest in this area embarked simultaneously. So, yun nga, kagaya nung sinabi ko kanina, sa Malaysia, isa itong KM na ito sa ginagamit nila as competitive advantage. And nagsimula itong lalong gamitin ay yung concept na ito late 1990s. So, implementation of knowledge management in an organization become easier with the existence of knowledge management system. KMS are tools and techniques that support KM practices in organizations. Thus, KMS are developed to boost the effectiveness of the organization's KM initiative. So, yung KMS ay ginamit nila ito as a tool para mas ma-develop pa and ma-boost yung effectiveness ng isang organization. At para mas mapadali yung implementation ng nung knowledge mo. So, KM knowledge management in organizations integrates an extensive range of tools. The goal of KMS is not to manage all the existing knowledge inside the organization, but is to manage the selected knowledge and make it readily available to help people create real-time decision-making in the organization. So, itong KMS, inagamit nila ito inside the organization para hindi lang para ma-manage ng mas mabilis. 'Di ba yung KMS available siya na madali natin siyang makuha agad kasi na siya. Matawag doon. Available agad siya online, ganun. At pwede ka makapag-create nga daw ng real-time decision making sa isang organization. Thus, individual and organizational performance can be improved with the phenomenon of big data and the existence of multiple data from different sources. The effectiveness of KMS will be focused in order to extract and analyze the data and develop real-time dynamic decision-making in organization. So, nabanggit kanina sa unang mga slides yung types ng different sources, kagaya nung sa big data. Tama ba? Yung nabanggit ni Erica and ni Mr. Labog, yung effectiveness nitong KMS na ito. Um, Dynamic decision making or DDM skills should help decision makers process information, formulate flexible action plans, and balance multiple objectives in many real world problems from the data available. Data from any sources will depend on on business and data understanding before analytic process is selected according to the requirements. Business understanding includes determining business objectives, assessing the current situation, establishing data mining goals, and developing a project plan. Once business objectives and project plan are established, the process will consider data requirements. So, yung data na nanggagaling sa iba't ibang sources, kung yun ay mapa-internal or external sources, nakadepende daw yun doon sa business and data understanding. The step will include initial data collection, data description, data exploration, and the verification of data quality. Data exploration such as viewing summary statistics, which includes the visual display of categorical variables, can occur at the end of this phase. Models such as cluster analysis can also be applied during this phase with the intent of identifying patterns in the data. Although there are many studies conducted on KMS in the context of evaluating the effectiveness of KMS in the organizations, there is still little debate these days on the role and importance of incorporating data from different sources for better decision making. So kahit na daw marami ng studies na nagsasabi na effective yung KMS sa organizations, meron pa din daw mga debate or na nangyayari na about dun sa role nito and importance kapag yung ina-incorporate mo na yung data doon sa iba't ibang sources para sa decision making. There is no consensus yet on how best the process of incorporating this data can assist in decision making. So wala pa daw consensus about dito sa kung gaano ka-effective ba yung process nitong KMS kapag in-incorporate mga siya sa decision making. So it is important din daw to evaluate this dependency relationship to generate massive amount of data, and together they can extracted to generate values to the organization and to establish situational awareness of the community or market trends. So Ate Mels, it's your turn.
Big data awareness and knowledge management implication. Next, organization, big or small, are overrun with an escalation of data that they created and received in their business transactions. In today's competitive marketplace, executive leaders are racing to convert enterprise insight into meaningful results. Successful leaders are infusing analytics throughout their enterprise to drive smarter decisions, enable faster actions, and optimize outcomes. For example nga daw is the IBM Institute of Business Value survey. May 900 business and IT executives from nanggaling sa iba't ibang bansa, 70 countries, na nagresulta na 166% more likely to make most decision based on data. Yung mga decision daw na ginagawa nila is naka-based dun sa data and dun sa information na nakukuha nila sa big data. Another good example is National Australia Bank or NAB. wanted to eliminate inconsistencies arising from storing data in 34 different financial and operational systems. However, they lack consistency on how to maintain data. Therefore, it is very difficult for them to produce results in inconsistent manners that lead to their goals. So dito daw is napakahirap daw i-handle or i-maintain yung data na nakukuha nila dahil sobrang dami po nilang napoproduce na nagre-resulta ng inconsistent na pagdating sa kanilang goals and objectives. Next na po. Next na. In this era of big data science, it is critical for organizations and businesses to be able to embrace this facility and accurately integrate the knowledge bases from multiple sources in the organizational information repository. The ability of mechanism that allows seamless consolidation of knowledge from external sources will enrich the capability of the organization to make accurate decision making. These heterogeneous external sources have grown very significantly in the last few years, mainly to the availability of wireless and mobile technologies, crowdsourcing facilities, Internet of Things, our sensor network, as well as social media and data web. All these technologies generate a massive amount of data, and together they can be extracted to create values to the organization and to establish situational awareness of opportunity or market trends. Dito daw po is yung mga availability ng mga data is ginagamit nila po to form a decision making, to mag-create ng accurate decision making. And sa nakaraan pong taon is sobrang dami ng na-innovate or na-create na mga technologies na ginagamit sa crowdsourcing facilities like internet and different applications sa sensor networks in social media and data web, na kung saan yung mga market and community na gumagamit ito is ginagamit nila para mag-produce or mag-produce and mag-innovate pa ng ibang uso or na sa panahon ngayon. Effect ng data sa organization or sa businesses pagdating sa pag-create ng kanilang produkto. Next na po. Big data. Paano nga ba nangyayari ang big data? Google, eBay, LinkedIn, and Facebook companies were built around big data from the beginning. A large company like Apple's. So dito nga po ay sabi is, yung big data daw po is nanggagaling sa iba't ibang companies katulad ng Google, eBay, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And example din dito is yung large company like Apple's Corporation na kung saan is talagang nag-generate or nag-consume talaga ng big amount or huge amount na kada taon. Katulad dito is yung Apple Watch na na-invento nila kung saan pre-consume that millions of people would soon be using it for everything from monitoring their heart rate to arranging their social calendar to remote controlling their home entertainment. This will undoubtedly bring with a tsunami of data. So dito nga yung Apple daw po is consume talaga ng sobrang daming data na kung saan is ginagamit nila para maging advancement sa kanilang produkto. Katulad nga dito yung pag-monitor ng heart rate, yung daily routines nila, ginagamit ito nila for their daily routines. Na kung saan is undoubtedly bring with a tsunami of big data. Next na po. Apple's corporation itself has increased their dito daw nga po is yung Apple daw po is nagtaas na ng kanilang operational storage capacity from kilobytes to terabytes. However, how organization turn this data into the value that supporting organizations' knowledge is always questionable. This chapter aims to identify the shortcomings in the previous work for examining the existing issues and gaps in order to enhance the development of framework. However, evaluating whether the approaches are applicable or not in proposing the framework is beyond the scope of this chapter. So dito daw po sa chapter na ito is na-analyze or inaalam po kung ano yung dapat gamitin at hindi dapat gamitin na data sa kanilang pag-develop ng framework and pag-evaluate po ng different approaches na applicable sa mga ginagamit sa beyond the scope sa isang organization. Next na po. Big data is somewhat vague term that describes the applications of new tools and techniques to digital information on a size scale well beyond what was possible with traditional approaches. Big data is typically involving data sets that are large and complex that they required advanced data storage, management analysis, and visualization technologies. Valuable knowledge that can be retrieved from petabyte scale data set lead to the development of solutions to process information based on parallel and distributed computing. A model-based computer was developed to process information from large data sets. Organizations need to understand the flow of their data in order to process it into valuable information. Data flow is an ordered sequence, consecutive, high-speed, infinite, and time-varying. Dito naman po is, tinatakal po dito about yung kung paano minamanage ng isang company yung data or mga technologies na ginagamit nila sa isang organization. Dito is makikita yung management analysis nga nila and kung paano nila storage yung data na nakalap nila kasi super laki na or minsan kasi parang ang labo ng makontrol or ma-monitor ang isang big data lalo na ginagamit ito as a tools and techniques sa iba't ibang digital information. The organization din is need to know the process and flow of the data na pinapasok at inilalabas nila sa kanilang pag-create ng information. Dito rin is matatakal yung consecutive high-speed infinite and time varying ng data flow sa kanilang organization. Next na po. Hence, it's a great importance in internet management, internet security, and internet experiment. However, with the rapid development of internet technology, the number of internet applications in the organization keep rising and the data is growing. Potentially, big data analytics is very popular among researchers. Many researchers focus on an imperative aspect to increase the operating margin of both public and private enterprises. The work represents the next frontier for their innovations, competitions, and productivity in data era. Big data is typically produced in different sectors, often geographically distributed throughout the world and characterized by large size and variety. So dito naman po is, yung mga researchers daw po is very popular po sa kanilang paggamit ng big data kung saan ginagamit nila ito to explore and to discover ng mga to innovate and mag-increase ng operating sa kanilang ginagawa pagdating sa it can be public and private enterprises. Yung mga ginagawa po nilang mga na-innovation and is nilalagay nila sa competition and productivity para makasunod sa big data era. Ang big data rin daw po is nag-produce in different sectors mula sa iba't ibang bansa sa buong mundo kung saan is nag-produce ng large size and variety of big data around the world. Next na po. Big data awareness. The framework evaluates big data awareness in organization by identifying 3 key variables focusing on their relationship with knowledge management and their incorporation within a structured framework based on the previous studies. Yun lang po.
Experience level of big data. Understanding big data is crucial for organizations, including its definition, creation, and types. Personal experience can help evaluate big data awareness.
Wala pa.
Ulitin ko. Experience level of big data. Understanding big data is crucial for organization as it involves understanding its definition, creation, and types. Personal experience can help evaluate big data awareness and prepare for better data management strategies. Despite some companies adopting big data analytics, many organizations next na po. Next slide na. Experience level of big data. Useful the evaluation of big data usefulness helps organizations understand its importance in their daily business activities, focusing on its value tools analysis and decision making. It determines if understanding big data can improve managing large volumes of data in an organization. So, ang experience level of big data daw ay ito yung nakakatulong sa isang organization upang maintindihan ang kahalagahan ng tools analysis, data analysis, and decision making. Next slide na.
So understanding big data is crucial for organizations as it involves understanding its definition, creation, and types. Personal experience can help evaluate big data awareness and prepare for better data management strategies. Despite some companies adopting big data analytics, many organizations are still in the early stage due to lack of understanding and experience. So the evaluation of, ay, naog ulit. Jenny, ikaw na ma-explain yan. So, dito sa concept map na ito, inapakita dito yung, ano ba tawag ito? Yung importance nung understanding and awareness level of big data. So, para daw sa implication ng knowledge management, kinakailangan ng understanding and awareness doon sa level of big data and yung understanding and awareness sa level of big data, binubuo ito ng experience. Kailangan ma-experience yung level of big data, then yung usefulness ng level of big data, and syempre yung effectiveness ng level of big data. So big data awareness toward KM implication. The model focuses on big data awareness and success factors, creating a big data integration roadmap. This roadmap evaluates understanding and awareness of big data, enabling accurate integration between big data and knowledge management, improving organizational understanding of connectivity and data analytics.